What's going on, gang? Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at Transformers Generations Deluxe Class Arcee. This is probably one of, if not the most sought-after figures of 2014. And I realize it's 2015 when this review is going live, but I have a small child to take care of, so I'm sorry I'm being late. Primary colors for the figure are pink, white, blue, and black. And actually, this figure works really well. I realize that she is wearing just about half of her car mode on her back and butt. That being said, though, I actually like this figure quite a bit. It hits all of those G1 love me feels right dead center. And if you're not a huge fan of G1, you're not going to understand that. So there are folks out there that I can understand why they wouldn't like this figure. There are some problems with it. It is a glorified shell former. It does have other issues. The posability is very, very hard to pull off, considering all the weight in the back of the torso. But I still like this figure a lot. I mean, when I first got it, I didn't like it, but it has grown on me significantly. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a fan of Generation 1, you need to pick this figure up. Now, the figure does come with a couple of accessories, 2 guns and 2 swords. She comes with 2 guns and 2 swords, as I said. Unfortunately, I've not been able to get them all stored on her at the same time. The gun that is currently being held is very reminiscent of the gun she wielded in the original Transformers movie, and the swords are more akin to what she has in the current IDW comic books. She can store weapons on her hips, but you would think that the swords could be stored up here on her backpack. No, not really. They don't fit in very well, and they will not stay there. I've tried numerous times, and it just doesn't work. Also, there are, on this little butt flap, there are crevices for the guns in vehicle mode. You would think that maybe there's enough clearance to store the swords there. Nope, not really. This is the best I've been able to do, but then again, I am terrible at toys, so there's that to keep in mind. And look at that light piping. Wow, is it good. As I said, her transformation is a bit of a shell former, so let's go ahead and get into it. The alt mode that she has always been a little bit weird to me, but it is supposed to be a futuristic Cybertronian car. So we've succeeded here. I think the designers should really pat themselves on the back. Now, I think the Takara version of the figure is probably painted better, but what we have here is perfectly serviceable and is actually quite a fun little car mode. If I had a figure small enough, they could easily fit in those seats. It's just a kind of a beautiful little alt mode. The wheels, however, are really, really tiny. I mean, they are super tiny, super thin, and super flimsy, so be aware of that if you pick this figure up. You can also mount the weapons in vehicle mode, and I think the weapons work well. You have the swords on the side and the guns on the back of the vehicle mode, or you could switch it up with the guns on the side and the swords on the back, whichever you want to do. You can't fit anything underneath the hood, though, underneath the lights in the front. There's just not enough ground clearance, unfortunately. There is a spot on the bottom of this figure in alt mode to store the guns, right here in the back. I've never been able to make it work. There's just really not enough clearance, and as I said, I'm bad at toys, so there's that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video review of Transformers Generations Deluxe Class Arcee. I highly recommend picking this figure up if you are a G1 fan. If you are not, I still think it's worth picking up just to have something that's cool, but your enjoyment of the figure is going to be greatly diminished because you don't have that G1 love that us older fans do. So guys, I hope, as I said, I hope you enjoyed the review. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be sure to catch you next time. And please be sure to catch my next video review.